This is Lisa and Thomas, and for this science project, we chose how does temperature affect the ripeness of banana. For this presentation, we have three main parts. The first part is the introduction, the second part is our data and research, and the last part, of course, is the conclusion. So the first part is introduction. So these are the material needed for this experiment in order to work. The first one is bananas. Of course, this is the most important material needed for this in order to work. The second thing is the thermometer to measure the temperature. You also need a phone or a camera to take picture, a hot or a cold place to put the bananas in, and paper and pen to record the data. Our main purpose is we want to find out at different temperature how do they affect the ripeness of food. A different temperature can affect different things, so how do they affect the ripeness of banana? The main questions we have is, do bananas ripen faster under cold temperature, hot temperature, or just regular room temperature? That's the question we need to answer after this project. So our hypothesis is, before this experiment, the banana will be ripened faster in hot temperature since a lot of fruits already ripen under hot temperature. So we think that banana will be the same.
So onto the data and research. So we have put 3 sets of bananas in 3 environments, one in room temperature, one in cold temperature, and one in hot temperature. So throughout day 1 to day 5, you can see that the cold temperature banana has ripened faster compared to room temperature, and hot temperature is also ripening faster compared to room temperature. The room temperature one, the dark spots aren't appearing as fast as cold and hot. And then at day 5, you can see that the cold temperature and hot temperature banana has turned fully black, and the room temperature, there's still some color left that is not black. So what can we conclude from this? Bananas will ripen faster at extreme temperatures. So onto our conclusion. We have concluded that our hypothesis was true, although bananas will ripen at hot and cold temperature. And you should store bananas in room temperature areas if you want to use them longer. So during fruit development, the bananas accumulate a large amount of starch. The green bananas have up to 80% of starch, and when it has ripened, it only contains 1%, less than 1% actually. And starch in bananas are transformed by sugars by the actions of enzymes. We can see this process through the yellowing of the skin. Why does this happen? The banana is a tropical fruit that changes depending on its environment, which means the change depends on its temperature and humidity. Bananas release gas that speeds up the ripening process for itself and the fruits around it. And too high of a temperature will destroy enzymes, and too low of a temperature can break down the cell walls of the fruit, so the contents mix and the fruit oxidizes, brown and softens abnormally. From this information, we can learn that we can put bananas in non-extreme temperature areas, like just out and about in the kitchen, to store it. If we store it in anywhere like a fridge or near the oven, it will lead to the banana over ripening, and the banana will be mushy and gross before we know it. Keep your bananas away from other fruits, as the fruit and vegetables give up gas that speeds up the ripening process. Temperature also affects the inner working of the banana. It's best if you let the banana stay in room temperature if you want to keep it longer. Thank you for listening to our project.